Okay, Jordan Love, smelling like cheese in Green Bay. He's getting ready to play, and here he is on preparing to take some hits on the football field.
Yeah, just to get that feeling, being back out there, getting live reps. I definitely think it's important.
Jordan, where do you think that? Not that you want to get hit, but do you need that as a quarterback to take a shot or two?
I think it's always good to get back into that mode of getting hit. I haven't been hit since last year, but obviously, I'm never trying to get hit. It's never the goal. But it does prepare you and just get your mind back in that live mentality.
Point Peter King made on this program last week, and he also wrote about it in his latest Football Morning in America column, which you can find at profootballtalk.com. A point that Teddy Bridgewater made last year is Tua Tagovailoa was getting hit and getting hurt. The quarterback is in bubble wrap all through the offseason, all through training camp, sparingly used in the preseason. And all of a sudden, here comes week one, and they're out there getting hit, and they're not used to getting hit. So there is a balance. There is value in getting hit, but the more you get hit, the more likely you get hurt. And every time you take that hit, just look at Jimmy Garoppolo. Every time you take that hit, you kind of got to hold your breath and say, is he going to be able to keep going? So you don't want to take so many hits that the math works out in a favor that, or in the way that something's going to happen and you're not going to be available week one. That's the balance that Jordan Love needs to be aware of.
Yes, but I also think that we have to have a different standard for Jordan Love getting hit than some of these other first-year starters that we're kind of talking about, right? Because Jordan Love's entering his fourth year. So presumably he understands things and he's seen things because he has started games that guys that are just coming into the league don't know about. Right. So you have to be able to use that experience to avoid the hits. Right. You're not going to be able to avoid every single hit. And frankly, you shouldn't be out there all that much anyway, because they've had joint practices with Cincinnati. So it's not like I think he needs all that many preseason reps, even though, he needs to play. But this is a guy where at this point, you need to show from jump that you are a franchise quarterback. He needs to go out there and look like he shouldn't be out there. You know what I mean by that? This is a guy where it's like, okay, you're playing in the preseason. Yeah. But man, you look like you're too good for this. Like, why are you playing here? You just need one drive, or maybe you go down the field efficiently and you put points on the board, whether it's a field goal or touchdown, and then get the hell out of there. But that's what he needs to show, that he can run everything efficiently. And it's not just get in and out of the huddle. It's get to the ball and make a play. I don't need you to be Superman or be a superhero or whatever, but avoid the hits that you need to avoid, show your pocket presence, deliver the ball accurately and on time. And if you can do that, great. But he should not really look anything like is skittish or whatnot. This is year 4. You got to know what you're doing.
Well, and here's the other big difference. Big. He's much bigger than some of these other guys we worry about getting hit and getting hurt. We had Peter King talking to Bryce Young earlier in the week, and they were eye to eye. The next day, it was Peter King talking to Jordan Love, and it was not eye to eye, and it was a stark contrast between the size of Love and the size of guys like Bryce Young and Tua Tagovailoa. So that's the big caveat that applies to this. Be careful about getting hit. The larger you are, the more you're going to withstand it. For the smaller guys, the physics are working against you. So when you do get dragged to the ground, when you get pulled, it's going to be a more violent end for the guy that doesn't weigh very much. And it's going to be the kind of play where, to the untrained eye, oh, that must be a penalty. Why isn't that a penalty? That should be a penalty. Well, it's not a penalty because the guy weighs, south of 200 pounds. And when an NFL-sized defensive lineman pulls him to the ground, that's what happens. When it's Josh Allen, when it's Ben Roethlisberger, that's not what happens. When it's guy who is 6 foot or less and, 200 pounds after he's eaten Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner all in one sitting, that's what you get. So that's why Jordan Love, you have less of a concern if you're a Packers fan about him getting hit. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.